Hello, Grace Church family. I wanted to bring you an encouragement in preparation for our service this Friday online. I think for every week that goes by, there's a temptation on our hearts not to pursue gathering together at the same time during our Friday morning service. That temptation can come in ways of desiring to sleep in or considering that you can just watch the video later. There's value to being together with one mind and one heart at the same time. And so I wanted to encourage you to fight that temptation and to seek more fervently these next couple days to prepare your heart for Friday. Now, in preparation for Friday, I wanted to share a couple of exciting new elements that we're going to add to our service this week. The first is a video from the kids of our Grace Kids ministry reciting their memory verse for the week. So I want to encourage you to make plans to be a part of this service, to see and to hear and anticipate our kids showing how the Word of God is hidden in their hearts during this season. The second element that we're planning to incorporate is the comments section of our live stream. Our desire is to open up comments during the service in order to hopefully be able to participate with rejoicing together, or encouragements of one another, or even to share spiritual gifts. Now, I want to let you know that the elders will be monitoring and approving these comments, but we would encourage you to think of a way that you can rejoice with the body through a comment on the YouTube page. And even if there's a spiritual gift shared, our hope is to possibly have an avenue either this Friday or in the coming weeks to share those gifts live during our service to still feel that connectedness together. Here's an encouragement from the scriptures to consider as you prepare your heart and think of what you might share. Colossians 3:16 says, "Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly, teaching and admonishing one another in all wisdom, singing songs and hymns and spiritual songs with thankfulness in your hearts to God." See, one of the reasons I think we feel sadness when we're unable to meet together is because our hearts recognize that we cannot fulfill this command. Part of gathering together in corporate worship goes beyond just singing to God in adoration of Him, but also singing to each other, addressing one another and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs. And so I think we feel the weight of not being together because we are unable to fulfill this command. This is why we're opening up the comments section of our YouTube live stream, so that we can attempt in some way to fulfill this together. So my encouragement to you is this: Grace Church, let the word of Christ dwell in you richly. And as you do this week, think on psalms or hymns or spiritual songs that you could share with the church on Friday morning through the comments section. Here's an example of one that I would share and how I would share it. I ran across the words to a hymn by Anna Letitia Waring from the 19th century this past week. She writes, "Father, I know that all my life is portioned out for me. The changes that are sure to come I do not fear to see. I ask thee for a present mind intent on pleasing thee." May this hymn encourage your hearts to trust in the sovereignty of God during this time, to fight the fight of faith and seek not to fear anything that may come, and to seek to delight in Him. I look forward to worshiping with you all this Friday.